It's a funny time. Um, most of these people have been out for 6 months, 180, 185 days. It's basically all they can remember. I mean, everything previous, the other world is the other world. And it's always been hanging over your head. You're going to go back to school, you're going to go back to work, you're going to go back to whatever. But it's always been 2 months, 3 months, 4 months away, and now it's a day or two away. I think it's kind of a bittersweet time for a lot of people. It's time to get on with it and do something else, but at the same time, there are people that you've been seeing every day, and there's things you've been doing every day. But tomorrow's going to be a great day. The Rangers said it's going to be one of the great days of the season. It's going to be beautiful up there. The park is absolutely beautiful this time of year. It's all been leading up to this. You got to get on with your life. There are other trails out there. There are people that I've been hiking with that are here tonight, and other people that finished up today that I've known off and on, day in, day out for 185 days. I know them better than anyone in my family. Oh yeah, you get to know these people. And they're the greatest people in the world, because after a certain point on the trail, the people that are left are just the greatest men and women in the world. The whiners, the crybabies, they've gone home. And it nothing against them. Most of the people that start this thing for one reason or another choose not to or are not able to complete it. Nothing against the people that don't finish it, but the people that are left at this point are just the greatest people in the world.
As I came out here tonight, I'm noticing everybody sitting around the fire kind of sharing stories. Is everybody pretty excited about tomorrow, I guess, and all this whole experience?
Well, good heavens, it's late for us. It's 8 o'clock. Normally we're all in bed by now. And we're way past our bedtime. And we're all going to get up at 5:30 because you want to get an early start. It's a big hill. Oddly enough, it's the last climb, and it's the biggest climb of the trip. And tomorrow's going to be a big day. But these people would crawl up there if they had to. Wild horses could not keep these people off the mountain tomorrow. And some of these people have been planning this trip for a few weeks or a few months before they left, and some people have been planning this trip for 20 years. And tomorrow all the horses come home tomorrow. It's going to be great. Tomorrow's just going to be an extraordinarily magical day, and it doesn't matter. I know people that this is the first time they've done this. It's the last time they've done this. I know people it's their second time. I know people they're lucky enough that it's their third time or even more. It doesn't matter. You climb Katahdin. Katahdin is the mountain, and everything that we've been doing in my case, tomorrow is day 186. It's great, and it's going to be a perfect, gorgeous day. It doesn't matter. Be raining cats and dogs. We're going. That's written in stone. Some people have everything's locked into step as whether it's a family thing, a home thing, a job thing, and they know exactly what they're going to be doing a week from now. And there are other people that when they left to do this trip, they put their lives on hold. Maybe they took early retirement. Maybe they are between jobs, between careers. Maybe they switch jobs, switch careers. A lot of people that are out here are at some crossroads in their life, job-wise, career-wise, personal relationship-wise. And in some cases, quite frankly, a lot of these people aren't too sure what they're going back to, what they're going to do. And for the longest time, they haven't had to think about it. They've been hiking. They've been living in the woods. The trail has been their life, and all of a sudden, I won't say the real world, I'll say the other world, comes garumphing back in, and all of a sudden it's back to Boston, back to Baltimore, back to wherever, and they'll deal with it. If they've dealt with this for 6 months, everything else is gravy. These people can do anything they decide they want to do. I spent the better part of my adult life living in a city, and it was a wonderful city. A lot of my family lives down south, a lot of my family lives in Boston. I spent 10 years in Boston. It's a wonderful city. The one thing I want to add, get out of the city. There's a whole wonderful world out there, and it's not concrete and glass. I'll leave you with one last quick story. I was back in Shenandoah Park, and I met a guy, and he was fascinated with what I was doing and why I was doing it. And he was peppering me with questions. Seen any bears? Seen any snakes? What do you eat? What's your pack weigh? How far do you go in a day? Blah, blah, blah. And we get this a lot, and, you answer the questions, and eventually you get tired of it. And the guy looked at me and he goes, well, do you mind if I ask you a personal question? And I'm thinking, You know, good Lord, what have you been doing for 20 minutes? But I didn't say that. I said, no, you can ask me anything you want. Sure. Well, what was it? He goes, well, this has been fascinating, and this is a side of the world I never knew existed, but what do you do in the real world? And I looked at him, and I'm going, and I just said, in the real world, I hike. And then I walked away. It's like, hey, pal, what do you do in the real world? You know, there's a whole wonderful world out there, and half the population of America lives within a day's ride of this trail. Take a day off, take a weekend off. You don't have to take 6 months off, but take some time off and go out there and have a look at it. And it might be, you just might find it might be there for you.
Man, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Good climb.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. Thanks.
I'll be there.